I know, I'm going to be talking about it all in this video, but first and foremost, I need to mention one little important thing. First of all, hello and welcome to another gameplay video. I'm your host JonNario, and today I'm going to be talking about essentially the intro. How did I manage to get myself to close to 4 million magic damage? Before I need to mention that, and that is going to be in regards to getting to that magic damage. This is something that you have to set it up in order to actually make it work, because this is not something that is going to be like the overcharge ability on the knight, the musical master, or the bard, the spin to win candy barbarian abilities that you are going to get it even if you're just playing normally. This is something that you have to more often than not set it up in order to actually just make it effective, in order for you to actually get that ridiculously high magic damage. But I'm going to be showing you how do I do it, and yeah, everything in between. So what is going to be the thing that allows me to actually get that amount of magic damage? And that is going to be the ring effect on the Ice Age called Shell Out. Shell Out ability, what it does is Frozen War automatically triggers at low health. This actually works exactly the same as the Vengeful Storm from the Revenant. The Vengeful Storm of the Revenant literally is the same description, and it literally does exactly the same thing. Once you do reach a certain amount of HP, then you're going to automatically activate your ultimate ability, which is separated from your actual ultimate ability. This one is exactly the same thing, but in the case of the Ice Age comparable to the Revenant is a damaging ability. The Ice Age is a buff, and buffs in this game can stack on one another, and this one is no exception. So Frozen Ward obviously is going to be your ultimate ability. The amount of HP that is considered low HP is actually 50% of your HP. Once you do reach 50% of your HP, you're going to automatically activate your ultimate ability. The ultimate ability that you do activate with the Frozen Ward ability is going to be completely separated. So it means that you don't need to have your ultimate ability off cooldown. You can just activate it whenever you want, and it's not going to take away the cooldown of your actual ultimate ability. So it means that you can have the ultimate ability from the Shell Out, and you can actually have your ultimate ability as well of your actual ult. So as you can tell, if I actually do reach to 50% HP right here, you're going to see that I actually activate my ultimate ability. You're going to see the chill, and you're also going to see that my damage got increased essentially. So yeah, you're going to get essentially everything. But as you probably could tell in my hotbar, then my ultimate ability is not on cooldown. And seeing that those two are going to be buffs, it means that both of them can just stack on one another. And so yes, essentially what is going to be like is the Frozen Ward ability. What it does essentially in terms of stats is going to give you 2 times your magic damage and 5 times your attack speed, with the 50 base movement speed and obviously the invulnerability. But yeah, the 2 most important one, and you can also just put in the movement speed because you also get extra movement speed as well. But the 2 most important ones that I'm going to be talking about are going to be both the magic damage and the attack speed. The magic damage and the attack speed, both of them are going to be multiplicative. And what it means is that the more magic damage that you do have, the more that you're going to get from this ability, because it's going to multiply your magic damage by 2 times. Seeing that it stacks on one another, this does not work like any of the other percentages in the entire game. This is just pure multiplication that you actually do get. Well, allow me to explain. What I mean is, when you're using something like the Neon Ninja, the Neon Ninja's backflip or the shadow flip actually grants you a 50 base movement speed increase. As you can tell, my movement speed is going to be 107. With this, I'm going to go to 160, which is obviously a 50% increase. But if I actually do activate the Bard subclass and then use the basic attack, you're going to see that my movement speed didn't increase. Well, it got increased quite a lot. I forgot that I have Vampire Vanquisher, so I got more movement speed than usual. It means that you are going to get a percentage, like the percentages on both the Bard subclass, which by the way, the Bard subclass is 15%, and the 50% movement speed from the Shadow Flip, they don't multiply on one another. So it is going to be 50% and 15%, and then you add both of them, making it 65%. With the Bard subclass and the Shadow Flip combined. In the case of the Ice Age actually is multiplication. So it's going to take your magic damage and multiply that by 2 every single time. You're going to see right now, if I actually just get to 50%, activate my ult, get both of them, and you're going to see that my magic damage is 1.5 mil. So the reason being is because it multiplies my magic damage by 2. It means that it's just going to be from close to 400,000 magic damage to close to 800,000 magic damage with one ult, and then that 800,000 damage, it multiplies that by 2 more, so it's not going to be plus 100%, it's going to multiply that by 2, making it 1.5 mil, close to 1.6 mil. So as you quickly can tell, it actually adds up really heavily because it works exactly the same way as the arcane emblem. The arcane emblem is also going to be a percentage increase, so it means that it's just going to be another multiplication on top of it. It's not a regular percentage, it's just an actual multiplication. If you combine all of those abilities at the same time, you're going to see that obviously my magic damage is going to go to, as you can tell in the intro, close to 4 million magic damage. Why is that? Because obviously you take your magic damage and then multiply that by 2. Then you take the multiplication that was by 2 and then multiply that by 2, and then you multiply the multiplication that you got right there, that result, and then you multiply that by 2.5. So in other words, you're essentially just increasing your magic damage by 10 times from just using all of those 3 abilities combined, because again, 2 times 2 is 4, 4 times 2.5 is 10, so you're going to get 10 times your magic damage, which makes sense obviously, as you can tell right here, 393,000. And if I actually do get myself to all of that, it's going to go upwards of 3.9 million damage, which is going to be 10 times the amount of my magic damage. You can tell right there. It's not too much of a cooldown. The cooldown is still 30 seconds, by the way, on the chill out ability. So it's going to be 30 seconds of cooldown. So what you can end up doing is, if you're doing delves, you can actually just activate the boss. If you're doing mid to high delves, you can just let the boss just hit you once and you're going to go to 50%, and then you can activate your ultimate ability and arcane and you're going to get ridiculously high burst damage. Let me just go into a delve of 139 so you can actually see what I mean. Alright, so I just arrived into the boss. As you can tell, this boss actually does have health draw, so it's going to reset a little bit more than usual. And another thing that I need to mention, and that is going to be that this is recorded prior to the Shadowy Spotlight update, so bosses are going to be just that much more difficult. So what you can just end up doing is just essentially just let the boss just take damage to you. If this boss actually does damage to me, he actually cannot do damage. Look at him, literally missing everything. Oh boy, though, I gotta just get myself another boss. God damn it. And always remember that this ability can also activate whenever you're doing just regular delve content, and yeah, just while you're doing stuff like Monolith right here, and you can actually just get yourself to 50% HP rather easily, which actually can help you out. As you can tell, I just got a free ult right there, so yeah, it can actually just help you out in survivability, because the Frozen Ward ability still gives you a 5-second invulnerability, essentially, which, you know, can help you out in doing not only more damage but also in terms of survivability, which is actually really nice. So yes, I am going to just get myself right there and just defeat this last monolith and just get in directly into the boss. Hopefully this does not have like gladiator. It's vulnerable, it's still health draw. So yeah, you can actually just see right here, this one is going to just lower me to 50%, just activate double ult. As you can tell, that was just a pretty huge burst damage right there, and it's going to activate essentially every 30 seconds, so you might activate this like once or twice every boss battle. So it's going to be a really good in terms of like extra burst damage right there. So I'm just going to be able to get it right there. Let's just see if I can actually just trigger it once more. Double ult right there. You can tell, boom 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 boom. Jeez, this, holy god. That is ridiculous. You saw that boss just taking like huge chunk of HP, like what the hell. And yeah, so those are some of the things that you can do. It can actually just help you out in solo play a whole lot with the Ice Age. So yeah, I'm just going to be saying that this ability is actually not too bad, and I actually need to just rewrite the whole hidden effects video. God damn, because I was actually just recording the hidden effects video and the background footage, and that's how I managed to notice about this ability itself. So now I have to just rewrite the whole script towards the beginning, and yeah, so I will just be doing that and just shout out this video. But yeah, anyways, that's going to be everything for me. Now you know how to actually just get ridiculously high magic damage on your Ice Age with the chill out ability. Once again, all you gotta do is just take damage to around 50% HP, and then just activate your ultimate ability and you're going to stack both of them. Let me just complete this delve because why not? So let me just go ahead and do this delve real quick. So the takeaway that you can just get, oh, it's empty room, god damn it, this is so bad. The takeaway that you can just take on this particular hidden effect is going to be that this is something that you are going to get it from time to time if you're just playing around with the Ice Age. And if you're doing solo delving, then obviously you're going to trigger it more often than not. And aside from that, it's just going to help you out in just dealing out some neat bonus in terms of burst. And the thing is, like, Ice Age just doesn't have the best abilities in terms of ring effects. And the thing is, this is an ability that a lot of people really are not taking into account. This is the beauty of being able to actually do testing like this. And doing like testing like this is just going to make it really, really good in just being able to find these hidden gems, essentially, which just makes the character do some weird shenanigans like this one. And yeah, this is why I like doing this type of testing. And again, you can just find out some weird things with stuff like what I did on the Musical Master. If you haven't seen that one, on the Bard, the Musical Master is also another of those hidden effects that a lot of people don't know. And this one, and that hidden effects on the Bard can be quite insane, especially for Bard players. And the end is going to be this hidden effect in particular on the Ice Age, which is something that a lot of people are not going to be just talking about it, because for the most part, most people just talk about it like something like the As Cold as Ice, which grants a ridiculous amounts of crit damage bonus, and Ice Ice Baby, like the combination to both of them. But this one technically can give you more damage than that one, and it is easier to proc. So I guess this is something that you may want to look into and just test it out for yourself and see if you like it or not. This could serve you as easy, free shields, because once again, it's 5 seconds of invulnerability. 5 seconds of invulnerability from the Ice Age, and yes, it is 5 seconds invulnerability. I can actually just pull all enemies right here, activate my ult, and I'm not going to take any damage for 5 seconds. So yeah, once 5 seconds just pass, that's when I'm taking actually damage. So 5 seconds of invulnerability is actually pretty insane. It's like two and a half what is it, like 2.5 unyieldings into one ability that it also gives you double magic damage, and it also gives you like, what is it, like max attack speed, which is absolutely ridiculous. And this is another thing that it can also help out with, like no flask delve floors, and just again, you're getting free ults essentially, which can help you out in terms of burst damage. So right now I'm here against Weeping Prophet. I don't have yeah, it's health draw once again, of course it is. But yeah, you can actually just see just getting 50% double magic damage right there. And I'm just dealing out some really, really nice bursts because it's 5 seconds still. 5 seconds of just initial bursts. As you can tell, that was a huge chunk of damage right there that was just taken rather quickly. And this is against a 141 boss with health draw, which again, health draw makes it a little bit more tanky because it heals a percentage of the HP every time that you do hit them. Yeah, it just essentially just giving you double ults is just ridiculous, because it means that you can just activate double ult right here. This is double ult right there. As you can tell, that is just a huge burst and chunk, and it just can help out ridiculously well against bosses. But yes, anyways, that's pretty much just covers everything on the chill out ability. Let me know in the comment section down below what do you actually think. And yeah, that's going to be everything for me. I got 4 EXP coins that would have been nice on PC. Thank you for watching. Thank you for taking care as always. Leave a like, subscribe for more content like this. And yeah, I hope to see you guys next time. Take care and keep on hunting, and be on the lookout on the Hidden Effects Ice Age video.